First and foremost, we'd like to thank your parents, family, and friends. Thank you for your support and all the sacrifices you made. You made what we do possible. We'd also like to thank the coaches, Coach Cottrell and Coach Micah, and the varsity guys for mentoring us and challenging us this year. Thank you to the seniors who are graduating for 4 years of hard work and dedication. All right, nice resistance. Okay. So instead of just talking about what we went through, we decided to sum it up in a little story of one of our favorite practices. So here it is. I believe it was February, after only 4 inches of snow had effectively shut down campus, and while the rest of the school hibernated, we were trudging down the wooded path to the boathouse. There was snow on everything that morning, the ground, the dock, and the partially frozen lake. I believe most of us harbored a small thought, a small notion that maybe we wouldn't go out in these conditions. 15 minutes later, we were launching. Coach's words on the matter were few. Follow me and stay close, he said, driving the launch in wide, ice-crunching circles, swinging an oar in one hand to pummel the frozen sheets. We completed only a few laps that day and couldn't travel far. When we returned, we stopped abruptly. We were greeted by the sight of Coach Cottrell with his hands on an axe. And instead of one of us, he was brutally chopping a log in half for no apparent reason. The reason soon became clear. Whenever you're in the middle of a hard piece, he instructed, pointing the axe at all of us, think of this and swing the axe. That's all rowing is. Relax, add power, and swing the axe. That day may not have been the most physically challenging, but trained us mentally the most. It trained us in effective rowing that separates it from anything else. Any perceived disadvantage must be taken as an advantage, because rowing in its nature is disadvantageous. We start our races at a sprint, unlike any other endurance race. There are no timeouts, no substitutions, and there is no forgiveness. That is why we must break the ice. That is why we must wake up at 5 a.m. That is why we grind harder and longer than anyone else we know. Because in a race, we need to know that we can do it. We need to know that we can swing the axe. And while this particular novice class may not be the heaviest on record, or the fastest ergers, we believe we can get the job done. That's our signature. As coaches told us many times, on paper, we shouldn't compare to recruiting programs like Temple or UVA. You'll find us in the sprint with them, 9 times out of 10, throwing punches and swinging our oars. Now I'll turn it over to Griffin, who will read off the final novice roster this year, along with something short about each one of them.